Hi, my name is Carolina Ortuzar-Diaz, and I'm an attorney here at Montiel Ramirez. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the provisional waiver. And there's a little bit of confusion sometimes what it means and who qualifies, and whether or not we recommend that way of basically getting your residency. And that's one way basically to look into your family and see that if that's the proper approach in order for you to become a permanent resident. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because actually we just received the first approval notice for our provisional waiver, and maybe I can tell you a little bit about that case and explain you what it meant for them. This is husband and a wife, and she's a U.S. citizen, and then she files a petition for him, but he cannot file an application for his residency here in the States because he is out of status. He didn't enter with a visa, for instance, or maybe he did enter with a visa, student visa, visitor's visa, but then that permission to stay here expired. And if that person stay here for more than a year without any documentation, without any status, then you will going to basically have to leave the United States before you can become a resident. And when you leave the United States, you're going to go to an interview called immigrant visa interview. And before March 3rd, 2013, you needed to leave the United States and file all your documentation and a waiver because you were here for more than 6 months and even for more than years, without any undocumented and without any status, without any permission. And in order to come back to the United States, you cannot return until that waiver was first approved. And that was causing a lot of hardship to the families because either the father or the mother would have to stay outside of the United States for a long time before returning. What is this provisional waiver doing is avoiding that separation. So it allows you to submit this waiver, what is called provisional waiver, here in the United States. And so going back to my case is the husband did not have to leave the United States. They were able to file the provisional waiver here. And now that has been approved, he still have to leave the United States, but the appointment, and he's Mexican, he will have to appear before the officer in Ciudad Juarez, but the whole process is not going to take more than 2 weeks. He's going to go to an interview, and then after that, within days, he's going to be receiving a stamped passport showing that he is a permanent resident, and then he will be able to return to the United States in weeks versus months or maybe even years, because there were many instances where the person will leave the United States and that waiver will be denied, and then you have to submit another waiver or more documentation, and that could take a long time. So that's the provisional waiver. Not everybody qualifies, and then you really need to look into your criminal history, immigration history, to make sure that you first are clear, and then you can submit that provisional waiver without any problems, and then you're going to be able to return to your family very fast.